He was a student at Washington State. He had to have known that campus, like, really well. I'm sure it's a bigger campus than Idaho, but he goes to Idaho, Moscow, to kill at the University of Idaho. Did you ever think about that? Man, what if this happened on our campus? Because this is where he was. He knew the exits. He knew how to, but maybe that just proves to the point that he was actually going after, specifically these victims. But did you ever think of that and talk about it with the chancellor and the regents or anything like that?
No, we didn't really have discussions like that. I did have that very same thought when this happened. And in fact, when it happened, one of my thoughts was, wow, I hope that there's no one from WSU that is connected to this. And ultimately
exactly. Right. I mean, that would be rough. I mean, you never want your university staying like that, but then it just opens up, how involved was he? Right. Is he still out there? Is he capable of committing murders? Does he want to be a copycat? You never know.
Well, with Tom's point saying that, at Pullman, he knows the whole layout of the campus. Did we find out later that he knew the layout of this other campus? That he knew where the students were? Did he know about this house?
And that house was a little bit off campus, right? I think
Kings Road, yeah. But it was a well-known party house.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was adjacent to campus, but the street itself is not. It's not like off a main street. It's like a cul-de-sac at another cul-de-sac, and so it's not easy to find just driving around. You kind of have to look for it.
So you're saying that he probably had been there once before in that area, because you just don't find that.
Right. I'm sure he had.
Gary, I'll tell you what, man, I'm so impressed by you, your career. I really appreciate you coming on today. I know you got a meeting coming up here in a second, but man, almost 50 years with a badge. I mean, that is unbelievable.
And in California, too.
Well, 33 years in California. That's what I want to talk about real quick, too, because you were here in Southern California, in Claremont. 3 decades. You grew up in Southern California. Go out there, think it's going to be a little more peaceful. Not at the end. But how do you even measure what would be the second biggest case that you've ever followed, or the second biggest crime? Could you identify what would be right below the Kohberger one?
Yeah, I mean, the next one that stands out most to me, and it's not necessarily it was a crime, but we had when I worked at the Pullman Police Department, Greek Row is all off campus. So all the fraternities and sororities are all handled by the Pullman Police Department. And there was a fraternity event where a new fraternity member was hazed, essentially, and the next morning died from alcohol poisoning. Sam Martinez was his name. And, that sent shockwaves in the community as well. And that was a very much a big tragedy.
I just don't get hazing. I just don't get it. I don't get. I mean, how these universities allow it. I mean,
they don't. They get. Well, it happens. They get shut down because I was SAE. We got our campus shut down.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. I would sue everybody if one of my kids got killed getting hazed at a university. Just terrible.
I mean, it's you don't want to know the truth.
Gary, are you can you be a consultant when you're done? Long time, long career, pressure every single day. I mean, we have no clue what you've had to deal with in your life, right? Where you are keeping the community safer for your entire professional career. It's unbelievable. But what are you going to do in retirement now when you have some time?
I started woodworking as a hobby a number of years ago. I built a woodworking shop in my third car garage. So I really enjoy doing that. And then visiting kids and grandkids in California.
Building. I was at IKEA yesterday. True story, Gary. I had to go to the bathroom at IKEA. They made me build the urinal. I can't believe it.
Gary, I started laughing when as soon as he said I was at IKEA yesterday. I knew there was going to be something funny coming.
I think I was on a plane, actually.
Yeah, but you got the
I threw it in there.
You got the 3-cent cinnamon roll, I'm sure, right?
$1 hot dogs.
What do they sell there? Beef
Swedish meatballs.
Swedish meatballs at IKEA.